Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to Skald Against the Black Priory, where today we've somehow managed to keep death at bay, at least for the short term, though goodness knows we can't say the same for most of the people we've encountered. That said, we have found ourselves out on the world map, and we do have what looks to be a lifeboat on the shore opposite. So today we are going to try to find our way around and see if we can perhaps add some light to this grim dark world we have found ourselves stranded in. We do seem to have a day-night cycle, but I don't think it actually has any real impact, aside from just aesthetic. Oh, and there's our lighthouse. Yeah, I guess we'll do this first. You see a figure thrashing violently at something, obscured by the low fog. Whatever this person is doing, it's producing loud crunching, wet squelches, and a stream of curses. You see the scene for what it is. Roland, soaked through and spattered with ichor, is laying waste to a number of grotesque-looking creatures with a piece of driftwood. He snarls like a wounded beast, and his eyes are black with rage. As the last of the horrid beasts falls twitching back into the shallows, Roland snaps his gaze to you, dead eyes staring at some vacant point on the horizon behind you. Eventually, the tension drains from his muscles and he lowers his makeshift weapon. Thought I was carry-on, they did. I nearly was. Roland, it's good to see you again. I thought we'd lost you. Seems I've got a few lives left in me, for all they're worth. Roland sighs deeply and slumps down onto a nearby rock. You tried to save me, you bloody idiot. Yeah, that I did, friend. And I won't apologize for trying. I'm just sorry I failed. There's no room for being a bloody hero in work like this. It's just shit, blood, and bad men doing worse things to others. He looks around at the driftwood and chunks of flesh bobbing around your ankles. It's about time I paid my debts. So you're saying the next time you're in peril, you don't want me to try to help? Roland looks out across the uncaring sea. Not many get to be my age in our line of work. The things that I've seen, that I've done. Memories like that prey upon you, like bloody wolves circling a camp, with the fire dying out. Second you let your guard down, they pounce. You know, you could just retire instead of being put out to pasture. There's still good work for experienced men that doesn't involve being thrown out into the field. I tried, once. The quiet only made the memories louder. You wait, expecting Roland to elaborate. He merely stares blankly ahead. Right, well, it's not safe here. We should keep moving. As you say, but heed this. If you want to survive, you need to drop the bloody heroics. This business makes your hands dirty, and nothing gets them clean again. Trust me on that. Speaking of which, I suppose I still work for you. We should get going. Well, I mean, I'm glad to have you back, Roland. Just, try to maybe keep it together. Roland nods solemnly, brushes a sticky glob of ichor off his arm, and trudges over to you. His lips part as if to speak, but he hesitates. It's fine. We can talk about this later. Roland does not seem to hear you. Instead, he's staring intently ahead. There are men in the fog. I thought I heard them earlier. I'm certain they're not from the Zephyr, and I'd wager they're less than friendly. I don't care if you're itching for a fight or not, but either way, we should tread carefully. Straining to see through the dense fog, you finally spot them. A group of men prowling the shoreline like carrion eaters, looking for dead flesh. They are unkempt and dressed in rags with bare torsos and broad shoulders, adorned by a strange mixture of sailors' tattoos and crude symbols. They carry an assortment of cruel-looking, rusted tools turned into weapons. Oh, okay, well, I mean, we've seen that symbol before. That's the one that was on the wall behind Basilo. And given the bloody state of their weapons and their current prowling along the shoreline, I think it's pretty safe to say that they're up to something very similar. Gibbering chatter, laughter, and whimpering drifts across the fog in a steady stream. Whoever these men are, their minds are long gone. You sit still until a group of them passes you by. Perhaps you might be able to slip past them. I mean, we could, but then we're really just leaving another threat for the locals or other survivors to deal with. Hey. Friendly? The men fan out and regard you with a cruel glare. I'm going to enjoy this, one of them snarls as he draws a rusty dagger. Okay, well, I will take that as a no on the friendly, but still, are you sure you wouldn't like to try to talk things out? I'll have you talking once I stick this knife in your gut. The largest of the group steps menacingly towards you. Alright, well, I tried, but apparently it's not to be. And we could, obviously, easily talk our way past these guys, but if we were willing to leave an active threat prowling these shores, then we would have just snuck past them instead. I feel like that's not really fair in style. Right then. If it's a fight you want, let's see how you fare against people who can actually defend themselves. Howling laughter fills the air as the madmen charge towards you. And we are into it. Slightly less than ideal circumstances. We haven't had a chance to level up Roland just yet. And obviously Farron's still fearful, but I'm hoping that'll clear within the first round or two. We do have a convenient choke point, so we will take full advantage of that. Oof, that was actually a fairly solid opener. And at a glance, it would seem that Roland is right where we left off with him, back on the boat. Which means we can afford to take slight chances with him, we just don't want to go crazy with it. Keep whittling. Oh, shoot. Okay, so that rock does block line of sight. I mean, obviously we're not going to walk all the way around. Yeah, we'll move in stealth. She'll have an opening once this first guy goes down. Nice. Headshot. Come on, Farron. That'll do. First one out. Cat now has her opening. With a crit backstab. Very nice. Nice. Yeah, I think it's safe to say they've lost momentum and we've gained it, so we should be good from here. Number 2, impaled. Headshot on 3. Number 2, out. Top off. And we're good. Not much in the way of loot, but we'll take the XP. Though I think we've also got, yeah, we've got some containers here we can loot. But before we do anything else, let's hit the pause button real quick. I'll get Roland up to snuff. Ooh, nice, yes. 9 points, my goodness. Yeah, he's got some catching up to do. One sec. And we're back. And yeah, you know, despite being deluged with choices here, we more or less decided what direction Roland is going in back in the prologue. He's essentially a great weapon melee striker. So we'll go ahead and bank an extra rank of blade damage. Then we'll max out two-handed initiate, stack an extra rank of heavy weapon damage on top. We'll take the first 3 ranks of calloused hands, bank those 2 charger bonuses, and put us within spitting distance of smashing charge. And then we'll slap our 1 lonely leftover point into tough as nails for that +1 toughness. Though obviously long-term we'll want to invest in more defensive abilities in general. I will say, thrust and parry was pretty tempting. That might be our next go-to when we hit level 5. Though, once we hit level 5, we'll also have access to a whole slew of additional options. But for now, this should be sufficient, especially with Farron acting as our dedicated tank. That said, let's finish scouring for loot. Ooh, fine cutlass. Oh man. That's actually kind of a shame. That is a very fine weapon, but one that we have no real use for. Though perhaps we'll find someone suitable later down the line. And failing that, certainly makes decent sales fodder. Let's see what else we've got here. Barrel off left. Oh, hello there. Apparently we're not done fighting. Alright, let's get right up on him. Ah. I was hoping walking right up on him would give us an opening sneak attack, but no such luck. That's fine, though. I think we're still in a pretty good starting spot. Oh, yeah, especially with that initiative. Might be able to drop that first guy before he even swings. We'll hold off on second wind. Don't want to get locked into cooldowns just yet. Nice. Target 1 out. Target 2 panicked. Target 3 and 4 in no hurry to join the fray. Whoop. Slightly careless with Roland there, but he's fine. Let's peel Farron off. Stop them from double teaming Roland. I think we're still good. We just need to cripple these guys quick, reduce their fighting power. Nice. Headshot on 2. Oof. Solid hits on Farron and Cat. Not ideal. And there we go. Number 2, out. That puts Cat in the clear. Yeah, it's a bit more serious when she gets locked down because she has no self-heals. With her, we're entirely reliant on healing draughts. Whereas Farron and Roland are much more innately suited to long, drawn-out battles of attrition. 4 out. Yeah, go for the kill. Could have tried milking it for the extra heal, but not worth the risk. Also, level up for Cat. That'll immediately top her back off. Yeah, so really not much to write home about on the loot. Oh, well. I may be speaking too soon. One sec. Let's, I know with Cat we're just going skills this level, so we can knock that out real quick. It's either that or continue boosting her offense, which I feel like she's doing okay with right now, so bit of a lower priority. At least until we get her a proper dagger or short sword. So, +1 stealth, +1 thievery. And yeah, let's check our unfortunate friends here. I will say, finding their corpses near this campsite. Ooh, nice. Flow Gold Ring of Survival. +1 survival. I mean, I guess technically we do have survival as a secondary on Roland, so we can make use of that. But yeah, finding these dead sailors definitely makes me feel better about reaving those reavers. Just how it goes on the Isle of Idra. Reave or be reaved. Oh, yep, there we go. We've got a third group. My goodness. Ooh, more loot, too. Have at thee! Three more, all melee. Should be easy enough. Though they do have the edge on us on initiative this time, so let's start a bit further back. Yeah, that should work. Baronet half. Third one's coming around. We'll play it cautious with Cat. Baron still holding strong. Cat falls back. Nice, nice. Critical hit. Number 1, out. Headshot. Number 3, hot on Cat's heels. She'll take to the shadows. Top off. Backstab. Number 3, disarmed. Number 3, out. Headshot on 2. We pretty much won this one, but we'll hold back just long enough to get our second wind. Nice. Meager loot, but another 400 XP. That's not bad at all. Plus yet another container. Let's see what we got. How's the RNG feeling this time out? Oh, fine breastplate. Yes, please. I mean, I would have preferred full heavy armor, but I can definitely make use of that. Yeah, that's fine medium. Still a pretty substantial step up from our current padded. Which also then frees up the padded for Cat, so she'll be ever so slightly less squishy. Long term, I'm not sure if we're going to go medium or heavy with Roland. I mean, in theory, heavy is probably the best bet, but it also takes a lot more investment. At least if we want to also keep his athletics score decent. Still though, that is a great find for this early in the game. What have we got in number 4? Oh, okay, yeah. Couple of minor potions of healing, we'll take it. Wow, that wasn't bad at all. Only real dud, I think, was the fine saber, and we still might find a use for that later down the line. But otherwise, we're walking away with a magic ring of survival, a nice armor upgrade, a couple of extra potions of healing, and just north of 1,000 experience points. Plus, one less threat for any other locals to deal with. On we go. The lighthouse beckons. Not sure we'll have time for the whole thing, but we'll see if we can at least get a foothold. Ooh, hello there. We also have a city just across the way. Not sure I've ever actually been there. An ancient lighthouse rises steeply from the bluffs ahead of you. The beacon is still lit, though it flickers weakly. A sinewy, armored woman with a shield slung on her back and a broadsword at her side stands by a small campfire. She's grunting and cursing under her breath as she clumsily tries to bind a wound on her arm. Dried blood and mud cakes her face and armor, and she looks haggard. She freezes as she sees you emerge from the fog. A suspicious frown falls over her face. Easy, friend. We're not looking for a fight. Here, let me help you with that. No need, she growls as she finishes the tourniquet using her good arm and teeth. Bless you for offering, but I can manage. I would kill for some water, though. Well, that I can certainly help you with. Thank you. Name's Carilla. Used to call myself captain of our little mercenary company. Some rich trader from Adler's paid us well to come here and look for the Fury. Things went to shit quickly. I've been losing my crew one by one. Nillis and Peter got their coins yesterday. Torn to pieces by those fucking hounds. It's just me now. Yeah, I'm gonna need some context. What? Never heard of the Santa Fury? She was an Umbarian treasure ship, they say. Disappeared around 40 cycles ago, and it said she was laden heavy when she went. People been looking for her ever since. Me, I never put any stock in the legend. Sailor's tale. But then this rich fop from Adler's up and offered to pay me and my company to go here and look for it. Go on. Well, easy money, we thought. Idra's not huge, and according to the trader, rumor had it she lay on dry land near the lighthouse. And there's only one lighthouse on Idra, see, so it sounded easy enough. No reason to expect any bloodshed either. Idra used to be nice and peaceful. Our steel was mostly in case we did find it and needed to guard any treasure. Needless to say, that's not how it went. But did you at least find your treasure? Not a scrap. We've searched every inch of this island. And let me tell you, the Santa Fury's not here. It bloody can't be. A fucking ship on dry land? And near the lighthouse, nonetheless. It doesn't exist. I'll certainly keep that in mind. But I'll keep an eye out nonetheless. I'd hate to see you spill your guts on this bloody island looking for some ghost ship. Then again, you might have better luck than me and my... Corilla stops briefly and her eyes water up. Just be careful. Idra's not peaceful anymore, and I suspect there are things out in the mist far worse than the hounds. Do you have any idea how this happened? It seems recent. Honestly, I don't know where to start. There were lights in the sky, flashes and orbs. Some over Horan and others over the island's interior. Minor quakes even. And then things went real bad. People lost their minds and animals started changing. What terrifies me is I can't even tell you how long ago that was. Days? Weeks? Her voice rises in an anxious tone. I just need to get away from here, off this fucking rock. Well, we're stuck here just like you are, but perhaps we can help in other ways. What's your next move? I'll try to make my way east, around the bay. Maybe there are larger groups of survivors there, and perhaps even someone with a way of getting away from here. Good luck. And if you ever find that bloody treasure, buy me a drink next time we run into each other. Will do. Corilla packs up her gear and begins to carefully make her way through the mist, until she's gone. Okay. New NPC met, new quest for the queue. Oh wow, which is basically our only current side quest. Really thought we had more active, but I guess not. Yeah, it's mostly just been fairly small, bite-sized bits of narrative. No clues just yet, but we'll keep an eye out. Though we might have to go find a lore master before we can make much progress there. We will take these, though. Especially that shovel. I'm sure we can find a use for that. Let's see here. Path down to the beach. And fields further north. We'll stick with the path for now. Might as well grab these while we're here. Also, we have a cave entrance down below. Oh, I see. Okay, bridge is out. Gotcha. Alright, well, that's as good an excuse as any to fill in these gaps. I'm sure we have alternate routes around. Oh, actually thought that was up on top of the cliff, but yeah, fair enough. Ooh, that's a bit conspicuous. 3 equidistantly placed stones with a triangle patch between them. We'll keep that in mind once we start unearthing clues. I mean, it could be as simple as that being where we need to dig, but... You know, I don't want to just skip steps. Especially if there's XP to be had. Alright, looks like we need to hit the beach, so let's go down on left here. We'll do it in one full sweep. Oh, hey there. Looks like we've got another survivor. Hey, bud. Hiding along the cliffs is a lone surviving member of the Zephyr crew. Dead emperors. They killed them all. Stabbed old Nino right in the throat. We need to find somewhere to hide. You're back. Found anyone else alive? Okay, so that implies we'll need to eventually gather these guys all up into one place. We'll have to remember where we see them. Also, I really wish this guy had been a bit more specific about what stabbed old Nino. Ooh, nice. We will definitely take those. Just checking for hidden paths. Oh, shoot. Right, we've got crabs. We should really get that taken care of. It would be shellfish not to. Not too worried about this one. We've been killing these things since we first made landfall. One out. Two out. And that's it for our low quality arrows. I suppose we'll switch off to the good ones. Hold fire for now. No point in wasting them on a fight like this. Oh, wow, you didn't even realize you were in a fight yet. Okay. Well. Sorry, pal. You definitely got shafted on that one. And I guess that must be old Nino. Poor Claude. Okay, so that's our path back to where we came in. This is our path to the tunnel, which we will hold off on for now. Yeah, we'll just keep following the shoreline here. Nice. Well, nice is a relative term. I'm fairly certain this is just vendor trash. Oh, shoot. Right. You know, in retrospect, I suppose the whole day-night cycle does, in fact, make a difference, even if it's just for basic visibility. Not that I'm too worried here. Though it is fairly arrow resistant. Let's see how it deals with random acts of violence. Not bad. Cat starts making her approach. Nice, nice. Big one's out. And we're good. Yeah, they tried, but they just couldn't keep carapace. Also, level up for Varen. Very nice. Yeah, I guess we should at least give that a quick peek. I think... Oh, we do have access to Tier 2 now. I really should take a step back and consider our options before I lock anything in, but I feel like it's pretty obvious. We do want to bolster our leadership skills. Inspiring Kill would be nice now that we actually have half a party. Yeah, you know what? What the heck? Let's go for it. We'll bank 1 rank of diplomacy, and then we'll sink our other 2 points into Inspiring Kill. That'll give us slightly more momentum every time Varen actually drops something. Alright, on we go. More vendor trash, no big deal. Path up. Let me just make sure we're not missing anything else here real quick. Yeah, okay. A fresh grave with a simple marker made of sticks. No name can be found upon it. Oh, interesting. Perhaps one of Karilla's fallen companions? Or perhaps something we could actually dig up with our shovel, though I'm not necessarily in a rush to do that. Could also be linked in with our oh, shoot, right. And that would be our hounds. Okay, that does kind of track. If Karilla's companions were killed by this pack, it might make sense that one of them would be buried nearby. Though I do note that these ones look slightly bigger and more animated than the ones we fought back on the beach. Though they are still struggling with Varen's armor. Oh. Oh. Okay, well, you know what? Yes, I deserve that. That definitely serves me fright. They are not to be taken lightly. 1 out. 2 hobbled. 2 out. And inspiration, which nicely offsets the fear. Cat moves in. Oh. Okay, ow. Number 3, out. Yeah, that's fine. Would have been nice to top Roland off, but it was not worth the risk. I can definitely see how Kurilla might have lost some companions to those things, though. Those might have been our most fearsome foes yet. Hold on, let me just check the clock real quick. Yeah, we're good. 'Tis the holidays, so I've got somewhere I need to be shortly, but I think we've got enough time. If we move quickly. Given the lack of a mapping system in this game, it does make it a bit of a pain to stop mid-exploration on a map, you know? Oh shoot, there's our entrance. Nice. So we've got our foothold at least. Let's see if we can fill in the rest of these gaps real quick. Oh, secondary entrance. Interesting. Why would we have that? I wonder. Might imply that the residents are less than friendly. A secondary entrance could be a way to sneak up on them rather than to blunder into them head on. We'll have to keep that in mind when we make our way in. And I think that is it. There's the other side of our bridge. There's our tunnel. We have assorted climbing paths, which I now realize were positioned to allow us to circumvent fights, or at least approach them from different angles. Okay, yeah, I'd say that brings us to a slightly better stopping point. Exterior secured with just a few lingering questions. We never did find the bodies for Kurilla's companions, though that might be what the grave is. We also have that survivor down on the shoreline, plus the triangle of stones on the northwest corner. And we also have two entrances on the lighthouse, which we'll have to remember, though while it might be prudent to take the secondary entrance, I do feel like this is the sort of game where they might use that against you if the inhabitants are friendly. Like you'd be the suspicious skulker, breaking in through their back door and thus provoking hostilities. So much like with the guys on the beach, we might just go in head on. That does seem more fair in style. That said, we'll hit the pause button for now. I'll take care of the usual off-screen bookkeeping, and we will pick up here next time. See you then. Oh, and special thanks to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible, including but not limited to Eerie B23, Revenant, Alois, Dragon Matrix 7, Drakiith, EgonAlter, Exsellsior, Gottlieb, James Trimmier, Kazorm, Mark Giemza, Nathan Welch Jr., OverlordPherom, RandomPassrby, RobbyB, Tomasz Piątkowski, Triphoppenskip, and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, if you'd also like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things. Trust me, it does make a difference. Or you could even check out the PayPal, the Patreon, the Nexus GG, or the YouTube memberships. Links are in the description.